I found this community on Reddit which is called Top Secret Recipes and also a different one called Mimic Recipes. I fell into this spiral of this conspiracy top secret group of people who are obsessed with cracking down recipes for famous dishes and fast food restaurants. My first thought was, this is fun, but quickly I realized there's like some people shared some recipes on these communities and they've been threatened with legal action. If these recipes actually turn out to be real, they're worth a lot of money. So immediately I have become obsessed with this. Like, I've read every single post posted on this. Just as an example, some people claim that they know what the 11 secret spices for the KFC chicken is. Some people claim to be ex-employees of popular fast food chains and they're basically leaking like inside secrets. It is scary, but it is very fascinating. I've been honestly obsessed with this. So for this video, we are going to test out some serious copycat recipes that are supposed to be exactly the same as they make it at restaurants or like fast food chains. Before we start with the first one, I just want to do like a legal disclaimer. These are not my recipes, I have found them. I will put the links of everything I found in the description down below. And this video is going to be seen by like 6 different lawyers before it goes live, because after what I saw, I'm not playing games. This is scary territory. We're going to start with what I think is one of the most iconic ingredients in generations of fast food, a Big Mac, and specifically a Big Mac sauce. On this community, someone claimed to know the actual recipe for a Big Mac sauce. On the right, we've got a regular Big Mac, so as you can see, it's got loads of sauce. And on this side, this is a plain Big Mac. If this recipe is correct, if this is like the secret code to crack the Big Mac sauce, both of these burgers should taste exactly the same. Let's find out. I've already kind of pre-measured some of the ingredients because I don't think legally I'm allowed to actually share the measurements on here. I will put the links down below and you can go and do your own research. But I do want to say that if anyone is going to tell if this is the actual recipe for a Big Mac sauce, it's me. I've eaten hundreds of McDonald's hamburgers in my life. I really know what I'm looking for in terms of flavor. So the first ingredient is 4 tablespoons of mayo. And I wasn't surprised about that. I actually thought the Big Mac sauce was basically just mayo. Some of these ingredients were kind of surprising to me. Others were kind of expected. The ingredient that I found the most surprising was the insane amount of pickles on it. I know so many people who go to McDonald's and they get the Big Mac sauce, but they don't like pickles. If you're one of those people, I hate to break it to you, but maybe you do like pickles. So this is supposed to be 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard, and then we're gonna add some vinegar. I was surprised that it doesn't have any sugar in it. Onto the spices, it's pretty standard stuff. We got paprika, garlic, very thinly sliced fresh onion, and an insane amount of salt. It's not surprising, but it is what it is. We've got 2 different types of pickles. One of them is a dill pickle and the other one is a gherkin. So apparently the difference is one is sweet, the other one is sour. And this is like really important apparently for the Big Mac sauce. So this is basically like the main ingredient. This is going to be like jelly-like. So if this is correct, right here we've got the ingredient. Oh my god, that smells like a Big Mac. That's so weird. So I'm going to put the blade in. And we are going to blend this. That's kind of the right color, I think. I mean, we've blended this pretty well. It's definitely a little bit chunky. The color seems to be about right. I guess it's just the texture that... Oh, no, that actually does look kind of similar. I'm gonna pour the whole thing into the glass. As you can see, so this one has got the sauce and this one doesn't have any sauce. So I'm going to try to put about the same amount as they do at the restaurant. Wow, that looks exactly the same. Turns out the texture is pretty similar as well. They didn't put a lot of sauce on mine one, so I'm not going to do a whole lot as well. And I'm trying to place it in the same order, which is obviously difficult, but it's going to be fine. So this is a regular Big Mac with the actual sauce. You can see loads of sauce on this side. Pretty good. It's great. It's truly one of the best like burger sauces out of all fast food chains. So curious about this. Oh my god. I'm gonna be really careful with my words. Once again, this is my opinion. To me, I could not taste the difference. These burgers taste exactly, and I'm really putting emphasis in exactly the same. The sauce on this, it does not taste like anything you make at home. It honestly tastes like it's got that restaurant, like fast food, like mass-produced flavor to it. You cannot taste the pickles, you cannot taste anything individually. It just tastes like the original Big Mac sauce. I am pretty speechless because I was not expecting that, but now I'm really excited for all the recipes we're gonna test out in this video, because this is probably the most simple one. The next ones, if they work, oh man, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. For this next one, this is supposed to be the top secret recipe on how to make a Wendy's chocolate frosty, and this is supposed to have been allegedly leaked by an ex-employee. The surprising part for this one is that it only includes 3 different ingredients. That's it. That's all you need to recreate a copycat of a Wendy's chocolate frosty. The official leaked recipe, it makes a lot, so we're only doing about half, so I've measured everything like precisely. I've got a scales here. This is the only time you'll see me using kitchen scales. On the actual recipe, they stressed out that you're supposed to use Cool Whip and not actual whipped cream. Like if you use whipped cream, this is not gonna work. Apparently it's really important because of the freezing part of the recipe. I've measured this Cool Whip to the milligram. To the Cool Whip, we're gonna add some chocolate milk, and let me make sure. The original recipe made double this amount, and I just thought it was way too much. Okay, I think this is not gonna be a real one. How is it gonna be smooth? It's already lumpy. That does not look good. And the last ingredient, I did say that it was only 3 ingredients, is some condensed milk. And I know exactly how many grams I need to use. Let me see if I can do the right amount. Nobody, the iceberg, they crashed Titanic. So this is exactly how much condensed milk we need. So that's going to be like the actual sugar in this. So we're going to mix this in, and that is basically it. This is looking a little bit lumpy. There was no instructions about on how to mix it. There was instructions about freezing it, which I will get to in a second, hopefully, if this combine at any point. This is not looking like anything that Wendys is serving. This looks like intestines. Look. I just nearly dropped the whole thing. Could be wrong about this, but I think in order for us to get a smooth like consistency, like a real Frosty, we're gonna have to use a blender. Okay. It looks a lot smoother, but it does look a bit like chocolate milk, but I'm gonna show you the consistency. This is as closest as I could find to a Wendy's plastic cup, so we're gonna... That's really like thick and nice actually. It is exactly the same color as a Wendy's chocolate frosty. Like according to this official recipe, when you put this in the freezer now, this is not supposed to go solid. I'm gonna put a lid on it. I don't know if it makes any difference, but I don't want this to spill in my freezer. And we're gonna find out if this is the real deal, if we're gonna get sued by Wendy's or not. So it's been around 2 hours, which I think would be sufficient for this to go solid. Like if this was just a regular liquid, I think it freezes in around 2 to 3 hours. It froze a little bit on top. There's a little bit of this like crystals. It does look a lot like what you'd get at Wendys, which is really weird. But the final verdict is in the taste. Let's see if this tastes anything like a Wendys chocolate frosty, okay? Before I tell you what I think of this, I just want to say that in my videos, if this is like your first time on my channel, I literally don't care. Like I will tell you whatever is my actual opinion. You can go and see. I've got hundreds of videos to prove that. Like I've said so many bad things about just any restaurant. I've said great things. There is no secret agenda is what I'm trying to say. And when I tell you this, that this tastes exactly like a chocolate frosty from Wendy's. Exactly the same. Like this could not be a chocolate milkshake from McDonald's. This couldn't be a chocolate frappuccino. This is the chocolate one from Wendy's. Like, I'm either gonna get sued for millions or I'm gonna get dragged on Twitter by Wendys. Honestly, I don't know which one is worse. No words. I would say that Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets are the standard for like the best chicken nuggets in the world. I would go as far as saying that. And this one is like a straight up conspiracy, like really weird, because there's a written, like a handwritten page, like a photo of it, and no one really knows where it comes from. I guess it's been leaked by an employee. I don't know what the official story of this is, but it's very detailed, and some of the ingredients are so weird that really makes me think that this might be it. Once again, allegedly, in order to make exactly the same chicken nuggets as Chick-fil-A, it's really important that the chicken marinates for exactly 4 hours. This chicken has been marinating in eggs, milk, and here's a weird one, pickle juice. So we've done the first part, which is basically the marinating of the chicken. I just want to say that if everyone handled this pandemic the way I handle raw chicken, we'd be out of this like 2 years ago. I'm gonna put the chicken on the side. Next up is the breading, the coating for the chicken, and this is surprisingly simple. These are all the ingredients that Chick-fil-A uses. First of all, we've got plain flour, then we've got salt and pepper, and I just want to say that this is an insane amount of salt. Like, I was measuring this and I was double, triple checking, but what I think is the weirdest ingredient possibly in this video so far. One of the main components of the breading mixture is icing sugar, and not like 1 teaspoon of icing sugar. This is like a lot of sugar. So we're gonna add that with the flour. I guess this is kind of genius because you probably won't be able to taste it. When you fry it, it's probably gonna go like toasty caramelly. So we're gonna mix all of this in. I am honestly shocked at the lack of spices. Apparently this is like really important that we put this flour mixture in a Ziploc bag, and I'm assuming that at the restaurant they don't use a Ziploc bag, probably use like a giant bag or something. This video will be really interesting because if any of you guys have ever worked in fast food places, please let me know in the comment section, because I will actually message you guys and ask for intel for future videos. I will pay you. Find me on Instagram. I will send you money for secrets. To this, I'm gonna add the pickled chicken. It smells very pickly. Like, I wish you guys could smell it because it is almost off-putting, and I love pickles, but it is really, really intense. I think I tried Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets the first time like 2 years ago because we don't have Chick-fil-A in Europe, and instantly my favorite chicken nuggets ever. They are so, so good. So if this makes it taste like that, I mean, I believe, because it doesn't have an insane amount of spices. If you've eaten their chicken nuggets, they're not wildly spicy. There's just something about them that just tastes so incredible. Okay, we're gonna close the Ziploc bag. We're gonna double twist it because I don't play around with raw chicken, and we're gonna shake this. I would say this is well mixed. Now, the only thing is you do have to fish the chicken because there's a little bit too much flour. Before we talk about the frying, I just want to say really quickly that after fishing all of these out, like, the texture of these nuggets is exactly what I'd expect it to be. What I'm trying to say is that this looks like it's gonna go really well, but I could be wrong. Traditionally, if I was frying nuggets, I'd probably go for vegetable oil, but this, wow, that smells so interesting. This is actually peanut oil. I've never used it before, but we're gonna basically deep fry these nuggets in peanut oil, which I guess it's more expensive than vegetable oil. Frying these is gonna be pricier than I thought. Also, it should apparently sizzle and not pop. I don't know what that means. I've never fried a chicken nugget and it popped, but that's a new fear. I'm not the best at frying things. I feel like I always let things burn, so I'm gonna try my best to not disappoint. Let me boost up the temperature. They said between a 6 and a 7. That was a 7. So I'm gonna add 1 piece of chicken and hopefully, yes, that's a lot more like it. Okay, so everything is nice and bubbling. Let's do 6 chicken nuggets at a time, because I don't want to get too ambitious and then the oil's gonna get cold. It could be entirely in my head, but it does smell a little bit like a Chick-fil-A restaurant in here. Still very pale, but it's taking a little bit longer than I thought, but it's smelling a lot better than I thought. Let me try to show you about where we're at. This has literally been taking like 15 minutes, but I think we're getting there. That smells so good though. Pretty happy with that. Like, that is, I think it looks similar, right? Like, it could be. I'm looking at the chicken nuggets and like, I cannot wait to experience that. But of course, first we need to make what is supposed to be the secret recipe for the Chick-fil-A sauce. I can't remember what the actual name of this sauce. And like the Big Mac sauce, this one is basically all mayo. So to this, we're gonna add some mustard. So I already measured everything. This is actually a very specific ingredient, which was very difficult to find. This is hickory smoked barbecue sauce, or just hickory style. I don't know. It's a very specific type of barbecue sauce. Paprika is also one of the ingredients. It doesn't say how much, just a dash of paprika. It's a bit weird because all the other measurings were very specific. That's about a dash, but paprika doesn't have a lot of flavor, so. 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. I remember the flavor of this sauce really well, but I can't remember the color of it. I think it might be like a, isn't it like orange? Wow, 4 tablespoons of honey. I knew this sauce was supposed to be sweet. Like the way I remember it is super, super sweet. I love how I'm making so much sauce. It's almost as much honey as mayo. I love how I'm making so much sauce, and I have 6 chicken nuggets because I didn't finish the rest, so I'm gonna have to do that later. It's just basically honey. I also find it so interesting that it doesn't have any garlic. So, if you've ever wondered what the Chick-fil-A sauce allegedly is, right here we've got the chicken nuggets that we've made, and I just looked on camera and these look so dark. I'm not gonna lie, maybe a little bit, but let me look up a photo of the Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets because, alright, I'm not gonna lie, mine are a little bit toastier, yes. I'm losing my mind. This is the one that is the most similar. Is it possible this tastes more like Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets than Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets? Losing my mind, I want to call someone. Who do I call that's gonna be excited about this? If you don't believe me, follow this. Follow this recipe, I swear to you, like I literally would not lie to you guys. This tastes exactly the same. If you follow the steps the way I did. Let's try the sauce and see. Like, it's exactly the same. Do you see the way it sticks to the chicken? That's it, I'm out. But not without the sauce. I sound like a loser because I obviously made these myself, but they taste exactly like Chick-fil-A. I honestly could not tell the difference. You give me these, I would probably think they're a little bit toasty. Once I try them, they are Chick-fil-A. I think this one was the best one in the whole video, but the sauce, the Frosty, all of this was really similar. Honestly, I'm begging you guys to please request a part 2 to this in the comment section because I'm probably gonna do it for myself, but let me know. Also, let me know if you've ever worked at a fast food restaurant and if you've got secrets out. Like I said, I will pay you for these secrets. We're trying this new thing where there's no outros, so, you know, do let me know if you want to watch a part 2. You know, subscribing. I'm battling my cloud chasing demons, and I will see you on my next video.